Good morning, Dubai. Welcome to another Wednesday morning where we spoke about His Highness Sheikh Hamdan jumping on an Instagram trend, and Kanye West Yeezys are on sale. 50% off. And work bundle that cuts visa processing to 5 days in all 7 Emirates. And as well, later on the show, we were joined by the real estate R&H founder. So if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy the show. Good morning and welcome to the Lovin Dubai show on a Wednesday morning. I am joined again by the one and the only Farah.
Well, not the one and only, there's another Farah right here, but you know what we mean.
Because both of our names are Farah, so that is very interesting. But before we get to a very interesting topic, let's just go quickly through the headlines for today. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan jumps on the Instagram story trend, My Best Day.
And Kanye West's Yeezys were on sale for over 50% off in an outlet in Dubai.
As well, work bundle cuts visa processing to 5 days in all 7 Emirates. And later on the show, we are going to be exploring Africa's influence in real estate with R&H founder Rebiha Helimi. And it's 249 days since the genocide began on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 37,124. The number of injured people is 84,712. And 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes. So before we start our topic, how many days do you come to work and you feel like it's a lazy day for you? Or you go like, hey, I'm not going to be coming in because I'm tired?
I'm not sure, but like in general, I do try to prioritize the lazy day, whether that would be during the work week or during the weekend. I try to prioritize that because sometimes you're gonna get yourself very burnt out. So you need that one day where you're just zoned out and you're just not thinking of anything that's, mind-boggling.
I actually agree with you because actually to everyone, I feel like our generation prioritizes lazy days and rest way more than the older generation. The older generation is all about hustle, work hard. You don't need to take leaves. You need to work. Just think about work. We're different.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's all about a generation and them prioritizing, lazy days or days off or taking your annual leaves. Whereas I feel like boomers or or the ones after that, what is that, Gen X? I feel like they prioritize the hustle and hard work and stuff, and obviously that's extremely commendable and we prioritize the same, but at the same time we put such emphasis on protecting your peace and protecting yourself and your mental health and all that. So we prefer our lazy days.
That is true. And by the way, I feel like if someone is tired or drained and burnt out and comes to work, it would not be a good look for the person at work because that person will not be able to put as much effort at work as they would be able to, and then it's going to look bad on them. And of course, this is all, by the way, you guys, according to experts, incorporating at least one lazy day per week to our routine can have profound effects on our overall health and well-being. And health optimizing biohacker Tim Gray says lazy days are about long-term health, not just reducing stress from day to day. Now, there are a lot of benefits, by the way, for lazy days.
Yeah.
A lot. It reduces stress, it lowers blood pressure, and as well, you live longer.
That's actually really good. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Who knew one lazy day or one day that you prioritize yourself and your peace and your well-being can have such a positive effect on your life?
And by the way, lazy days not only from work, but as well from if you're if you go on a diet, right, and you're working out all the time, it's very important to have one lazy day or cheat meal, right?
Yes.
And one lazy day where you're not working out because your body needs it.
Preach.
So if our body needs it, then for sure our minds as well do need it.
Yes, of
in
course.
That way. Because there's the study that, or it's actually science that with that one cheat meal, it's just to kind of shake up your metabolism.
Yes.
Right?
And having the rest day whether you're working out or not and stuff like that, that's actually really important. The rest day is just as important as the workout day. The diet, like the cheat meal, is just as important as you dieting throughout the week. Like
100%.
All of these things are actually genuinely important to just improve your mental health and your physical well-being as well.
Yes, so you guys, if you feel like you need a rest, you probably do need a rest, and your body needs rest. So just like do not gas out yourself. Keep your mental health in check and you'll be fine. But let's jump to our stories. So UAE stresses strategic approach to resolve Israel-Palestine conflicts. The UAE has stressed the importance of adopting a comprehensive strategic approach to resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, dealing with the humanitarian crisis and ending the suffering of Palestinians. Now, this approach should put an end to the cycle of violence, hatred, and extremism based on the two-state solution and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state that fulfills legitimate aspirations of the Palestinian people. The UAE said in a statement, of course, released at the conclusion of an international conference on the humanitarian response in the Gaza Strip, which was held in Jordan.
The UAE added that today, more than ever, the Palestinian people deserve a competent and transparent government of independent experts operating with integrity and in accordance with international standards to earn the trust of international community and their cooperations. Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Minister of Foreign Affairs, led the UAE delegation at the conference, which took place at the King Hussein bin Talal Convention Center at the Dead Sea.
The UAE's top diplomat praised the efforts of Jordan's King Abdullah II, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres in holding this conference. He said that the UAE is firmly committed to standing by the Palestinian people and providing the necessary humanitarian support in every possible way by land, sea, and air to alleviate their suffering. Honestly, we are wishing the Palestinian and the victims of Palestine nothing but the best. So let's jump to our next story, which, by the way, is all about fashion, and it's like, cool.
Yeah, I think so as well. So Kanye West's Yeezys, if you already know, they were on sale for over 50% off in an outlet in Dubai. So there is a video that surfaced online. It shows racks full of Yeezy sneakers, including the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Compact, Yeezy 380 and 450. And all of them were available at Adidas outlet stores in Dubai for 50% off, starting at 479 dirhams.
Now, normally, Yeezys are priced between 1,500 dirhams and upwards till it can go up to 2,000 dirhams. So seeing them on sale is kind of like crazy. Didn't he say he was like gonna put them on sale?
It's definitely unexpected because in 2018, Kanye West declared on Hot 97's Ebro in the Morning that Yeezys would never go on sale, emphasizing the brand's exclusivity and high value. But here it is, recently spotted at Adidas outlet stores in Dubai, selling for over 50% off.
Which is honestly like exciting because, of course, you know, like when Yeezys came out, everyone wanted to get Yeezys. And
everyone wanted it.
Till this day, I literally see Yeezys a lot.
Yes.
And the fact that Kanye was like, oh yeah, they're never gonna go on sale. But here they are. They're on sale. Of course, you know, this is, I mean, they're nice, they're beautiful. I like them. Not typically something I would wear.
Agreed.
I'm a girl.
They have a certain style, to be honest. Like, you either love them or hate them. But yeah, Kanye said they'd never go on sale, and here they are, selling for over 50% off. Not just, you know,
this is 10%. Too much. This is actually, by the way, like quite like it's a lot of.
It's dramatic.
It is. I wonder actually, you know, why did he decide to actually have the Yeezys go on sale?
I think it was more of an Adidas decision more than a Kanye decision.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of like issues going on with Adidas and Kanye, and Adidas at some point didn't want to sell the Yeezys anymore. So I believe, and this is not at all proven anywhere, this is just my opinion, Adidas is trying to get rid of them a little bit faster in the store. So they're just like, okay, here's a nice, you know, sale drop for you guys. so they can get rid of the stock, basically. They just have a lot more going on, so I mean, they don't want to hold on to the Yeezys most probably.
Well, actually, there's a very funny comment that says, of course, you guys, I don't believe in, okay, no, I do believe in horoscopes, but I lied. But so there's a funny comment that I want to point out that says, never listen to a Gemini. Don't follow their futuristic visions, their world-changing ideas, or even their once-in-a-lifetime experience. They fail. Well, actually, let me tell you something. My sister is a Gemini. Her birthday is today. So happy birthday to you, Marah. Love you, sister. She's actually, and I can confirm that because, like, she's very moody. She can go, like, from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. But I don't know if this is, as you said, it could be Adidas.
It could be an Adidas thing. It could be, we don't like to, stereotype. It could be a Gemini thing from Kanye, but, like, he has his own thing going on, so we're not going to focus too much on that. If you do want them, they're at the Adidas outlet stores in Dubai.
But hopefully, we will be figuring out, why. And once we do, we're going to be letting it all. We're going to give you guys the tea, of course, as we usually do. But regarding another story, a very cool story. So His Highness Sheikh Hamdan jumps on the Instagram story trend, which is My Best Day. Now, this is a trend that is circulating all over Instagram stories known as My Best Day, where it captures a picture you think is the best, puts it in a Netflix frame for a show or movie titled as My Best Day. And His Highness Sheikh Hamdan hopped on the trend. And of course, Fazza posted a never-seen-before picture featuring his father and brothers.
More than 9.8 million people are taking part in a trend using a Netflix template. Users can insert their images labeled as My Best Day, resembling a TV show or a movie cover.
His Highness is social media cool, after all. I mean, which is, it's very exciting, at this point. Like when you see that royals, because we identify, or we stereotype royals as like, oh, they're so serious, they're
definitely
that. And then he hopped on the trend, which has been all over my social media. Have you seen it?
Same. It's all over. Every time you just click next on your Instagram stories, it's another My Best Day. It's another My Best Day. But what I think is cool is not just that people are hopping onto the trend. It's cool. It's pretty nice. Yeah. But it's that, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan actually decided to do the same. And post a picture of himself with his brothers and his father, of course, the ruler of Dubai. I feel like that's what's cool. We can sit here and say, our crown prince or like the crown prince of Dubai is, that cool.
I mean, yeah, and when it first started, I remember seeing a story from my friend who actually studies film, and I was like, wow, so she has a movie for her on Netflix.
At first, that's what I thought too. I thought I was like going crazy, and then I was like, oh no, that's a template. That's not actually legit. Okay.
I mean, I only figured that out when I figured that it's not only her. Yeah. I saw like several people. I'm like, okay, what? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Is this template and is this the new trend? I mean, do you hop on trends on social media?
I try, but like not too much, to be honest, because it's just not my thing. Like social media is not 100% my thing, except at work. Like at work, yes, sure, that's my thing. But in private, I'm a very private person, so I'm not always hopping on trends and joining in on this stuff.
I mean, honestly, I try to hop on trends, but God, social media trends do not end.
No, they don't.
They'll never end. I mean, from dances to posts to a lot of things. Filters. Oh my God! By the way, it is a lot, and keeping up with it is actually work, and it's really hard to keep up with it all. However, I would say like this trend is kind of like quite cool, which is I would assume His Highness thought so too, and he hopped on it.
So if you had doubts that it's cool, I mean, His Highness is proving that it is cool.
It is actually cool. My favorite trend was the TikTok trend.
Which one?
Or like you get your like baby brother or baby cousin. It's like he's dressed in a bag, sunglasses. I have a video of him. If I show it to him, he's older now, he would kill me. But yeah,
maybe some other time.
Maybe some other time. But you guys, now let's jump to our next story, which I think would be very, 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 very cool.
Okay, so this is a story on the work bundle. Okay, so the work bundle, Wait, sorry, one second. I'm losing my train of thought here. The Work Bundle Initiative cuts residency and work visa processing to 5 days in all of the 7 Emirates. So basically the UAE government's Work Bundle Initiative, it's newly launched. It basically slashes the processing time for work permits and residency visas, and it's expanded all over the 7 Emirates. Private firms, individuals, and investors can complete essential employment and residency procedures within 5 days instead of the initial 30 days using the work platform workinuae.ae.
Now, launched in Dubai in March, the Work Bundle scheme offers services for living and working in the UAE, including onboarding new employees and issuing, renewing, and cancelling work contracts, permits, and visas, which is honestly exciting because the UAE keeps on, it never stops,
making things more efficient.
Not stop.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's very exciting, and it's like, you know, I'm looking forward to it, of course, which is, it's really kind of like cool.
Yeah, because when I first got my, work visa done, it took 30 days, and having it slashed down to just 5 and all over the UAE, it's not just in Dubai, it makes such a difference in you needing to open a bank account, so you need your Emirates ID, and you need your Emirates ID for a bunch of things like renting a place and all that stuff. So like slashing that down to just 5 days instead of the initial 30 will save you so much time, money, effort, worry. I feel like the UAE is constantly trying to make steps, take steps forward to,
make things more efficient.
Yes, exactly.
Like I remember, by the way, like it's just, it amazes me every time we do hear those news or we read them.
Yeah.
How the UAE keeps on thinking of how to make things more efficient for its residents.
Yes, 100%.
Whether it's, by the way, like with money, with time, because Dubai is a fast-paced city, right? And it's not going to be waiting for like, I don't know, it's not, if it's fast-paced, then I think it would expect it to be fast-paced as well for its residents.
If they can make it faster, they will do it. That's the moral of the story, really, is if they can make something more efficient, they will. And so far, we're seeing examples day by day on this.
100% agreed. So you guys, we're going to go on a short break, because after the short break, we are going to be joined by Rebiha Helimi, the founder of R&H Properties, which is so exciting. So stay tuned for after the break. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by the founder of R&H Properties, which is very exciting. Hi ladies, how are you? Of course.
Hello.
Hi. How are
May
you?
you introduce yourselves to the audience?
Hello, everybody. Mrs. Helimi Rebiha is with you today. Sorry for my English, so I'm gonna speak French.
Yes, and we have the translator as well joining us, so she can give us an understanding.
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Alexandra Topalian, and I will be translating today from French to English for you.
So, of course, which is very exciting, honestly. As mentioned, like Rebiha Helimi has a deep passion for Africa and has bridged the real estate market of Dubai and Africa through innovative strategies and strong partnerships. So she works with African governments, has made investments easier and more successful. Thank you so much for being on the show and for being here. So my first question is if you can share the story behind your deep love for Africa and how it has influenced your journey in the real estate industry.
Alors, Madame Helimi, racontez-nous votre histoire d'amour avec l'Afrique. Qu'est-ce qui vous a amené à l'adorer tellement?
Alors moi, pourquoi j'aime l'Afrique et pourquoi d'abord j'ai créé cette agence immobilière à Dubaï, parce que j'y ai vécu pendant 9 ans. Okay. Et je suis littéralement tombée amoureuse de ce continent et de leur culture, de leur... j'aime tout de... Ces gens-là sont chaleureux et généreux. Et aussi, l'Afrique, c'est un endroit où... c'est un continent, en fait, qui est en plein essor. Mm-hmm. Et j'avais envie de mettre ma pierre à l'édifice dans ce pays-là.
Magnifique. So basically, Miss Helimi lived in Africa for 9 years in various countries, Gabon, Mali, Senegal. And she fell in love. She fell in love with the people. She fell in love with the traditions,
culture, tradition.
The culture. And she also realized that there's an incredible potential there that is still undiscovered, and she wanted to tap in.
Interesting. Well, if you can tell us, what motivated you to establish R&H Properties?
Alors, en fait, j'ai voulu créer R&H Luxury Property parce que moi-même, j'ai acheté des biens ici à Dubaï. Et j'ai été vachement surprise de la rapidité, de la simplicité qu'on pouvait avoir pour avoir accès à la propriété. Et j'avais envie justement d'accompagner mes futurs acheteurs. Et en vrai, mon réseau en Afrique, ils m'ont souvent expliqué qu'ils voulaient acheter à Dubaï, mais qu'ils n'avaient pas confiance en fait. Ils n'avaient pas confiance, ils ont eu beaucoup affaire à beaucoup d'escrocs, etc. Et en fait, une chose est sûre, c'est qu'ils ont confiance en moi, et c'est pour ça que j'avais envie de créer l'agence immobilière et leur partager mon expérience, et aussi les accompagner dans l'achat d'un bien ou même plusieurs biens exclusifs surtout, parce que c'est des gros clients.
Parfait. So Miss Helimi came to Dubai and she fell in love with the opportunities that are here. She herself purchased real estate here, and she discovered how easy it was to make these purchases, these transactions, and how seamless it was here in the UAE. And then she put two and two together. She has a huge portfolio of African investors. Her network is absolutely out of this world. And so she is putting two and two together and bringing them basically because they trust her and they want to invest here in the UAE. And she is basically the person, the middleman or the middlewoman in this case, between the African investors and the opportunities for real estate in Dubai.
Interesting. Well, what sets R&H Properties apart from other real estate, firms operating in Dubai and Africa?
Alors, qu'est-ce qui vous met à part des autres agences ici à Dubaï? Il y en a tellement.
En fait, R&H, c'est créé en fait dans le but d'une vraie relation de confiance entre, c'est ça que je veux vraiment établir, entre l'Afrique et Dubaï. C'est vraiment ce que j'ai essayé d'expliquer juste avant. Et mon portefeuille client et mon réseau exclusif sont mes avantages concurrentiels, et voilà.
Okay, so basically what sets her apart is her huge $1 trillion worth of investment portfolio coming from African investors, prominent entrepreneurs and crypto investors. And that's what sets her apart. She is bridging Africa to Dubai, and this has not been done yet.
That's actually very interesting. It's very cool. But what are some of the challenges that she has faced in bridging the gap between Dubai and Africa in real estate?
Okay. Est-ce que vous avez vu des difficultés à faire ce pont entre l'Afrique et Dubaï? Est-ce que vous avez éprouvé des difficultés ou pas encore?
En tout cas, pas encore, parce que nous avons des bonnes connexions là-bas, dans différents pays d'Afrique. Nous connaissons pas mal de chefs, de présidents africains, etc. Et beaucoup de riches investisseurs en crypto-monnaie. Et donc, je pense que ça va aller, ça sera facile parce que tout est basé sur la confiance, et comme je vous ai dit juste un petit peu avant, la confiance fait tout. Et je pense que par rapport aux personnes que je connais, que nous connaissons là-bas, c'est la base. C'est vraiment la base, parce qu'ils ont envie d'acheter, mais ils ont pas envie de se faire arnaquer, et ils ont confiance en moi. C'est surtout ça. Voilà.
So the category of investors are government officials. They are people, very wealthy people, crypto investors. So the purchasing power is very strong, and so in that sense, there has been no difficulty. They also trust Ms. Helimi because she has been a part of that community for many years now, and so this is basically her moving target, her moving goal, and it's all based on trust.
Seems a lot of trust there, which is honestly very, very cool. Honestly, that's good for you. So, how were you able to overcome some of the challenges and the obstacles that you must have faced?
Comment est-ce que tu as pu? Which obstacles are you referring to exactly? Because I don't think she's faced any yet.
She's not facing any
as of yet. Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay, then it's fine. Then let's jump to another question. So, what criteria do you consider when forming strategic partnerships?
Ok. Alors, quels sont les critères que tu te mets en place quand tu fais des relations stratégiques avec tes investisseurs ou avec les développeurs ici à Dubaï?
Alors, je ne sais pas si on va pouvoir tout dévoiler ou voilà, mais ici, en tout cas, j'ai pu déjà discuter avec Emar, Damak et bien d'autres qui sont très 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 intéressés par le projet que je leur propose là-bas en Afrique, parce que ça soit d'un côté ou de l'autre. Moi, mes riches clients africains, je voudrais les amener ici à Dubaï pour qu'ils achètent des biens d'exclusivité. Et puis, de l'autre côté, je voudrais amener les développeurs en Afrique pour des belles opportunités. Et je ne peux pas en dire plus, par contre.
Okay. So we can't reveal too much, but she has already created several partnerships with developers here in the UAE. She's mentioned Emar, she's mentioned Damak, I believe Bengati is also on the list. She cannot reveal too much, but it is a two-sided bridge. So investors from Africa, yes, are coming here to purchase, but as well, these developers that I've just mentioned, based in the UAE, are also going to be taking their business into Africa. We cannot reveal anymore, but this investment into Africa, this still a very unexplored territory. It's for the investor, the developer that has foresight, that can see into the future. You know, the UAE 15, 20 years ago was still very bare, but there are some people with vision that said, yes, we want to invest here, we want to buy here. Same thing for Africa. It's still such a virgin territory, unexplored, but with so much potential. And I think these investors in the UAE are realizing this.
I mean, big names like Ahmad and Benghati, which is really...
Because, like what I say, we have big connection here and there. That's not only there.
Yeah. Which is very cool. They're big names. So, can you discuss some of the key collaborations and partnerships you have already facilitated between investors, developers, and stakeholders in both regions?
Ok. Est-ce que vous avez déjà fait des liens ou des partenariats, ou c'est encore très nouveau et que vous n'avez pas encore débuté parce qu'on vient de faire l'événement
Si, puisqu'on a pas mal discuté justement avec ces développeurs comme Emar et Damak, etc., qui sont d'ailleurs très intéressés de nous suivre pour des tournées africaines, puisque c'est ce que je veux faire prochainement. C'est par exemple aller en Côte d'Ivoire et en Ghana. Au Ghana, ça c'est les deux premiers pays que je voudrais faire. Ensuite le Gabon, mais ils veulent nous suivre. Donc,
Parfait. Je peux mentionner le nom de ces deux compagnies ou...
Bien sûr.
Oui. All right. So she will be hosting a roadshow mainly to Ivory Coast and to Ghana. And the two developers that she's just mentioned, Emar and Damak, are very interested in taking part of this roadshow as they foresee this region as potential for them.
Well, what's next for R&H?
What's next? Alors, c'est quoi?
This is the next.
This is the next one. We are in the next.
We just arrived. We just arrived, and I think you're gonna be very surprised because.
And you just had your launch party a few nights ago, which was incredible.
Yes, very good.
Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to say? By the way, that would be your main camera for you, and that would be your main camera.
Qu'est-ce que
tu peux le dire en français si tu veux, et je te traduis, mais si tu as quelque chose à dire aux gens.
Eh bien, écoutez, merci beaucoup de nous avoir écoutés aujourd'hui. J'ai été ravie d'être sur ce plateau. Je vous remercie encore une fois. Toute l'équipe est super géniale. Et puis, suivez-nous sur nos comptes Instagram, Facebook, etc. Et vous allez être vachement surpris. Et si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas, écrivez-nous, on répondra. Vous voulez venir nous rencontrer, c'est avec grand plaisir. Et puis, si vous avez des projets, nous aussi, on pourrait peut-être faire des beaux partenariats ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Rebiha Helimi, I would like to thank you very much for listening to us today. Thank you to Lovin Dubai. It was a wonderful platform to be on, to share all this information of what lies ahead for R&H. If you're listening to this and you are interested in taking partnership with us, please feel free to call us, email us, drop by into the offices, and we can discuss further. Thank you very much for being with us.
Well, thank you so much, Alexandra. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this brings us to the end of our show. So tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye.
Goodbye.